Thank you. So many more questions and topics, but simply out of time. We'll begin closing statements with Steve.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed this debate. I really have enjoyed all the debates. This actually is the most enjoyable debate because it's very laid back and flexible, and we're not talking, into the radio or at a TV screen or having a League of Women Voters tell us exactly what we have to do, tie our behind our back. No, I like them too, but this is the greatest one. You have a chance to send an independent representative with insight and compassion to Washington. Now, my idea of shifting the power and the resources back to the state has been embraced by Mitt Romney himself. Now, this is a district. I got a chance to talk to someone in a co-op who said that she was thrilled that they were going to be able to get Betty McCollum instead of Michelle Bachmann. So I guess this is the kind of Bachmann versus McCollum era here, in her eyes. However, it's a time of flux. It's a time of flux in the United States, and it's a time that we need independent thinking. Now, I can really do the job. I can talk to all of those senators and representatives and people in the White House, probably even lawyers about the judiciary. And I can focus their attention on the fiscal cliff that we're on, focus their attention on the competition that we face with other countries, and focus their attention on the role, the niche that we want for ourselves. We're not going to go back to the way it was. And so we've got to be very energetic and very disciplined and very imaginative and work together in order to find that niche that we all want. China's may pass us. Japan is a competition, and we want to win this race.
Thank you.
Thank you. To paraphrase Joe Biden, this election is a big deal. It is bigger than Obamacare. It's bigger than the national debt. It's bigger than all of the decisions that we need to make on foreign policy to remain a leader in the world and to deal with the national security. It's a big deal. We've got to change the direction of this country. I believe 60 or 70% think we're headed in the wrong direction, and they are right. Now, Betty has still not responded as to whether she's going to vote to determined to send some of these programs back to Minnesota to cut the deficit and to avoid a fiscal cliff. And I would really like to hear from her. I believe that Romney has it right. Now, as far as the Ryan budget we all care about, Ryan is not running for president. I think Romney made a very good decision picking him in part because he was the chair of the budget committee, and he can control him now. And he has already indicated, Ryan's already changed. He said the vouchers should be voluntary. But we've got real serious problems with entitlements. We could sit here and talk all night about entitlements. Probably you could say a lot about it that we would want to listen to. The fact is that this is a real thing. And we are getting to that age. This is running out. We've got to get this under control. On the other hand, I don't think that's where we should turn the economy around. Because these are, and I agree with Rick Nolan, that I work for this, I pay into this, I expect this is part of the American dream. This is not the point where we dismantle that. This is one of the things that I saw this coming, and I said, I am going to do everything I can. This was years ago, to make sure they don't do this to us. Now, we don't want an intergenerational thing. We want to make it all work together.
And Steve Carlson.
I agree with what Tony just said, except that you would want to vote in another Democrat. We need an independent person out there to break the gridlock. I'm that person. I understand both parties. I have new ideas that will shift the power and the resources back to the states where we can really work on these things in Minnesota. Now, Betty McCollum, until 2008, she was a liberal and a progressive. After 2008, she's been helped to facilitate an Obama agenda, also even a Pelosi agenda. The Pelosi agenda is you have to pass the mammoth spending bills to find out what's in them, and if you can't pass them, you need to pole vault in or parachute in. Well, despite all the pole vaulting and parachuting, Betty has been part of a Congress that is less productive than the do-nothing Congress.
Steve Carlson.
I thank you as well. If you look at my website, it's stevecarlsonforcongress2010.com. You will see that I call for a national unity party, an American community party. We are one, and we can see this today. We need to get something other than the Democrat or Republican syndicate in Washington to continue spending money, and we've got to get somebody who's going to break that gridlock. All right. And I will break that gridlock.
All right, let's have a big round of applause for all our candidates. Steve Carlson from the Independence Party, Betty McCollum, the DFL incumbent, and Tony Hernandez, the Republican candidate.
America wrong or right, you must shine your light. If you would see her fall, don't shine your light at all. With the knowledge to be free, you still need the courage to be. If you would see her through, then it depends on you. You can change your world, you can change your world. You don't have to relive all your history. You can live your own life, live your destiny. You can change your world, you can change the world. Our nation still is young. Its song must still be sung. Like a quilt of life and power. Knit for our finest hour. From every land we come, yet our idea is one. To join our family, to the land of the free. You can change your world, you can change your world. You don't have to right all wrongs in history. You can build a new world of your destiny. You can change your world. You can change the world. Change your world. Christ is our family. Our country 'tis of thee. Wherever you see love, you know it comes from God above. We're like to all the world, wherever our flags unfurl, for every child a birth, and their place on the earth. You can change your world, you can change your world. Let's give each child the gift of life and liberty. You can change your own life, change your destiny. You can change your world, you can change your world. Change your world. In this election year, go forward without fear. Walk neither left nor right. Thoughts are that guiding, shining light. Together we'll restore the American dream and more. His promises in view. God's wisdom will guide you. You can change your world. You can change your world. Let's take the country back and give it back again. He God's will look forward every day and then. It can change your world. You will change your world. Change your world.
McCollum says she wants to fight for voting rights, but her party's setting quotas for blacks and whites. She says she's representing all of Minnesota, but she really represents a Democrat quota. Up here we've always talked about integration, but today we're spreading quotas all across the nation. So instead of an intelligent conversation, the Democrats use cynical manipulation. Make it count. Let the voters govern. Our democratic system makes you the sovereign. Any kind of gender or racial steering is just another form of social engineering. We need a social system that's just and fair. A quota system just gives you a musical chair. The Democratic Party doesn't want your idea. They just want you to sit there for the world to see you. And when the party's over and they go back to work, you get to see Keith Ellison go totally berserk. He's calling his opponent a low-life scumbag. You know that's just a lot of political humbug. Make it count. Let the voters govern. In our democratic system, you know you're the sovereign. To close the unemployment and learning gap, you don't just hire performers to sing and rap. You've got to get employers to make some jobs, not smiling politicians and their adoring mobs. Does anyone even know where the jobs could really come from? Well, it's not from Keith Ellison or Betty McCollum. I heard a Republican talking enterprise zone. Now, it's not a bad idea, and he's not alone. An enterprise zone might make things happen. Let everyone join in and don't leave anyone napping. Make it count. Let the voters govern. Our democratic system makes you the sovereign. I'm not a Republican, not a Democrat. Don't have a safe seat, not immune from defeat. I'm running for my office and I'm not standing pat. My congressional district's stuck on Democrat. I want more economic development. I'm running for the House as an independent. Let's give the people back a little liberty. Let's let them all invest in their economy. Let's give them a chance to show their industry. Our hope lies not in homosexuality. Our hope lies in real marriage and voter ID. Let's break open the quota. Let's bring back Minnesota. Let's join the party of independence. Let's leave a world for our descendants. Let's bring them up so they can learn. Let's work together so they can earn. Let's help them raise a family. Let's build a just community. Make it count. Let the voters govern. In our democratic system, you know you're the sovereign. Vote for change. Vote for the Unity Party. In 212, we need America's Community Party. We still have same-day registration. You just got to find your voting station. Then vote in the morning or vote in the night. Just vote to set your nation right. Vote for change.